So Saturday 2nd of September we went to Chesterton theme park. It was way too busy. Yes, way too busy. It would have been an amazing time if they didn't let that many people in. A third of how many people in there, that's how much they should have let in there, and it would have been a bit busy, like how Jason Manors is. A third when we go to Jason Manors, that's how much is there. But we were in the last month, since 6 weeks, because I've had 6 weeks off, we went to Alton Towers, Drayton Manor, both of them like weeks apart, both weeks apart, but 2 nights in a row, like stayed there in the hotel as well, 2 nights in a row. And then we went to Oakwood, and then we went to Peppa Pig Land, you know, for Porton Park, and then Chesterton. And the worst one is Chesterton. It's really lovely how they like the park, but it's just everything's just made it like a 1 star out of 5 basically, just because how busy it was. You have to queue for the toilets, you have to queue for the rides, you know, even if you've got access pass, and you have to pay if you don't want to wait 3 hours or 2 hours to ride something, one of the rides there. You have to pay £10 just for one ride, for one person to go on a ride. £10. Isn't that ridiculous? That is ridiculous. But watch my video and tell me what you think. Jumanji looks beautiful, but there's only 3 rides there, so it'll be a bit great. Really busy. Really busy. And the queues were mayhem. Right, the ride to your right, it was like 45-minute wait. The ride to your left, it was like an hour wait. And the Jumanji thing, the big one, the Dizzy Disc one, yeah? Oh my god, it was a 3-hour wait. And that's not the Dizzy Disc. We couldn't go on it. He was shocking, he was. Rides that go backwards freaked me out. I really wanted to ride it, and it's just I don't like upside down slides. No, I'm not going on. Okay, that's fine. Can see Demi. Demi there. They're in now. On it, there's a ride. Do you want to trick me? What are we on? What? Didn't you?
This thing dropping.
There's 3 seats at the back, Tom.
This is actually the biggest roller coaster here.
No, it's not. I'm jumping off now. I will jump off. What? It's the biggest roller coaster here. You touch you. No. The one that goes upside down. I got 1,400. Oh, ooh, look at that.
Jimmy's still on the 100.
Off in. Oh. You jumped. You jumped. They're testing it.
Ben, where?
Again with them. It's raining blood.
It's red rain.
Ew.
It doesn't look like that.
We got soaked. Daddy's on it. Look over here. I mean, come over this way. Hello. See? Oh, they gone down that way. Oh! Look at him. Look at the penguins. Look, it's eating itself. It's like cleaning itself.
No, I'm not going to watch that.
Demi loves the penguins, Tim. We have to...
Have you already clicked the demon?
No, I got 6 minutes until I do it, and I'll probably like 3. So once we get there...
I want to go in. I want to hug them.
They peck you to death, don't they?
What have you? Was it? There's an underwater view down there.
Oh, look, it's a skunk! Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Why did we betray you?
He made me go on a roller coaster by myself.
Ah, but is you okay?
No.
You don't even hold on anyway. You've been on a scary one. Yeah. Oh, she just...
Scary, it was just...
Oh, look how pretty it is.
Look at me, that's scary.
It's like in the garden. Tells a story, look.
Wow, the things are moving.
No, there's no ramp. No.
Silly little fox. There's no such thing as a gruffalo.
Yeah. But on water, not on a track.
Going to the house. Come and have tea in our treetop house.
Ooh.
Probably splash water.
There's no such thing as a gruffalo.
Everyone is waiting for him. Look how skinny now. So like rapids then.
Daddy, you say go round.
Look, this is the monster. We're going to go to the romper. Oh my god, I got so... I thought it was the end, but it wasn't, was it? Yeah. That was scary. There's like proper romper, wasn't it? It's basically like the new Thomas ride, what goes down. Go in. Tim, are you in a coffin? See if you can fit in this. I'm in the coffin. In the coffin. Well, it's this way. Can't tell if Denny's on there or not. No, I'll just stand by here. Well, look, Daddy might be on this one. Ooh. Okay, Daddy might be on this one and Demi. I can tell. thing. The school, yeah, and the maintenance. Timmy's really disappointed. That's what he wanted to go on.
Timmy, strawberry.
To the next, to back.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Yeah, they're on this one. Demi! All of them.
Timmy! Wave, Timmy!
low-risk species. They live for up to 17 years and both males and females have horns.
Though the female's horns are slightly
Hopefully you'll soon be seeing some more magnificent beasts.
Rhino! What's a rhino?
The rhino around the reserve are wild.
Than mummy.
Now you may want to hold on to your noses for a bit here, researchers. Wherever you get rhino, you also get a lot of rhino dung.
rhino dung. What? Who?
Yes, male rhinos like to be on their own, so they mark out their territory with piles of their dung to warn off other males.
Their impressive horns are made from a chemical which is actually the same substance as your hair and fingernails, and is highly prized in many cultures. Sadly, poaching for their horns continues to be a threat to rhinos all over the world.
The white rhino, though, like those here, are the most plentiful species.
I think rhinos are super cool.
Look around, adventurers, and you might be able to see some antelope with white blaze on their faces. These are called blesbok.
They were once one of the most abundant antelope species in the African plains, but they became an endangered species.
Yeah, you wiggle there.
Early colonists.
I think I was definitely on that. She was like on the third row back. Minute. Come over here.
Put the two together and you get camelopardus.
Now, look closely, everyone.
Stop it, love. Are they on it? I think it'll be on this one. Couldn't tell.
And Poultron Park is much better than the Chessington Adventure World.
Yeah, I know, because you could actually go on. You might have to wait, for each one, but it wasn't that long, was it? To like get on the rides and stuff.
The busiest rides and probably the biggest ride was Flight of the Pterosaur at Poultron's Park.
Yeah.
And the longest wait was 30 minutes, maybe 35. That's just about acceptable.
But it's 35 minutes wait for the baby rides. If you want to go.
The big world does get busy as well.
I know, but like
in a quarter of a mile,
the swings.
Every single ride was
The
like
swings was 45-minute wait. The swings.
And when we were there, me and Debbie went on that Storm Chasers 3 times in a row. The
Yeah.
queue for it was that quick.
That in Pig World, but
Yeah.
it's like Jumanji got 3 rides in the Jumanji World area. Only 3. Jumanji, the big roller coaster, there's no chance in hell you want to get on that. It's just too big.
They've worked out the queue system.
Yeah, it's free.
So
It's every 15 minutes or something. It says on there, but it's just too long. The queue, it's like 2-3 hours long, and it's got the one like a magic carpet in there, the one that goes around. Yeah, the one like a magic carpet was like over an hour wait, as well as what's it called? The ostrich one that goes up and down. It's a kids' ride.
We watched people on it whilst we were in the
Hour
queue
to how an
trying to
hour
go
wait.
in. It broke down all day. And
Yeah.
we turned it back on the last 2-3 hours.
You had too much ice cream. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And,
The vampire ride, 2 to 3 hour wait all through the day. It did it break down? No, not the vampire. The vampire ride didn't break down, but the swinging one, the one in the roller spins around. What's that one called?
Broke down 3 times, didn't it?
It was constantly
Right,
broken down
something.
for ages, and then when it was a queue, it was like a 2 hour queue.
Yeah. like Dragon's Crest or something like that.
Yeah. So if you wanted to queue up just for the roller coasters, you'd probably go on the free, but nothing else. Free rides and that's it. You'd be able to go on. What was that little graphic thing that we were going on? The kids ride, snow. What was it called? Yeah, the buffalo ride. Gruffalo. Yeah, Gruffalo. That was like an hour wait, an hour and a half. It was ridiculous. They had at least 2,000 people more in the park than they should. Peppa Pig Road, which is Portland Park, Oaton Towers, and Drayton Manor. We've been all in the last month, and none of them have been nowhere bad as that. Yeah. You got the queue access, where you can queue in, but you have to you only can queue in it. You have to book every 40 minutes, and then you get on a ride. You can't get on the ride before that, isn't it?
Yeah, the queue access.
And then you're waiting, and it's terrible. You're waiting like 20 minutes, half an hour. And I don't think they should do that because some kids just can't wait that long.
You get to go on one ride and then you've got to wait nearly an hour before you can queue for another one.
Yeah.
How's that fair?
So we had the queue access, but you had to book yourself in, and then once you've been on the ride and then go to the access part, it might be a 20-minute wait, and then you're not allowed to go on another ride for 40 minutes. How should the queue be 40 minutes long? But you waited 20 minutes with that, so an hour. So we got to go on a ride once an hour, and that was with having an access pass. That wasn't just normal queues. The ones in the normal queues we were waiting between 1 hour to 2 hours. Some was 3 hours just to go on the rides. It was like ridiculous. It's like you're lucky to go on 3 rides. We didn't get to go on the Jumanji ride or the roller coaster or the twisted one. Just didn't have time to go on it. You and Demi went on the vampire one. I wanted to go on the vampire one with Demi, but the queue was just too big. It said full queue, and it was like 2 hours, 3 hours long. So there's no chance I was going on that. We'd be still waiting, and it closed, and that's it. So 2 of us got to go on one roller coaster being there. Oh no, we did go on the what you did. You and Demi went on the
rattlesnake.
The rattlesnake, but the scorpion roller coaster train was closed, turned off, and a lot of them was breaking down loads and just turned off and just closed. It was ridiculous. Safari a ride into Africa. The safari was a joke. It was like a 4-minute ride. You saw giraffes, you saw a rhino, and you went into this cave and it was over. You did see all the you saw
ostriches and the deer thing.
Yeah, but it's got like 6 or 7 different animals on the ride. You didn't see any of them.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous, and we were in the access queue for that. I had to wait 40 minutes to book it. Went there in the queue for like 20 minutes.
In 2 miles.
We waited 20-25 minutes.
In the access
disabled access
queue.
But the normal queue was 70 minutes for that ride.
Yeah, and then after doing that, we couldn't go on another ride for 40 minutes.
But if you waited 70 minutes for that,
yeah, it was ridiculous. 70 minutes.
It was terrible.
Yeah, and we were like, oh, we used that, and now we got 40 minutes to wait until go on another one.
When we first got on it, I was like, oh, this is quite cool.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. But it was really good.
You know
it was really good, but it was over before you know it. It wasn't worth the wait. It was no worth a 20-minute wait, let alone a 70-minute wait.
Yeah.
No way. They should have just said it was full. And making disabled people wait 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It's a bit much.
I could get behind that if it was a decent ride.
Yeah.
If it was literally just you got driven in a truck in a circle and it went into a cave that had some flashing lights.
Yeah.
For like no reason at all. There was no explanation for the flashing lights.
Yeah. That was quick. It just parked. We couldn't really see much on both sides, and then all of a sudden it was over.
And there didn't seem to be like a dedicated children's section.
No.
It was all just mixed.
Mix is all over the place.
And because of the queue assist, how it works booking it, you can't go on one ride and book a
In
ride
a
that's
quarter of
next
a
to
mile,
you.
at
You've got to
junction
book a
12,
ride that's
use the left
free,
lane to take
which
the
is
M3
normally
exit to
the opposite side of the
Basingstoke.
park.
Yeah, I have to go
Mountain.
back and forth because the ride things were like
So
50
they've
minutes.
got,
Yeah.
Disabled people walking all over the park just so they can get a ride or two.
Use the left lane to exit at junction
Yeah, it
12,
was
then
ridiculous.
use the left lane to keep
One
left at the fort.
person who had a disabled access pass, they said the whole park time they just went on free rides, nothing else.
Yeah. They
The
might
thing
have had
is,
another one or two by the time
sometimes
we
if the access queue is 20 minutes or longer,
they don't
or
let
shorter,
Use the left lane to
yeah,
keep left
yeah,
at
they
the
don't
fort.
let you in it, but you can't queue up. But sometimes it's impossible to wait that long,
Yeah.
especially with our
Look at
kids.
that Gruffalo ride. Yeah, it was a nice little ride. Young kids would probably love that, especially if they follow the Gruffalo stories and books and whatever is on it. But if you waited in the normal queue for like
Keep
an hour
left.
and a half to be told it's then broken down twice,
The sable queue was like a normal queue in any other theme park, and then the normal queue was just out of this world, like a bit too much, wasn't
like
it?
200-300 people in the queue.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. Even on that swing ride, you waited 40 minutes on that swing ride,
The
didn't you?
monkey swing, yeah.
Yeah, in the
Which
queue.
again, that was an okay ride.
Yeah.
A bit of water in your face or your legs or whatever. The ride itself was fine, but it's just
Did we queue up in that one, or was it?
I had to. Me and Debbie
had to queue
queued
normally,
for that
yeah.
one because our
But it's about
access
40.
was on
About
full
40
now.
people can fit on that ride at a time, though, can't they?
yeah the queue did go quite quick. We probably
Yeah.
waited I don't know between 20 25 minutes for it, maybe half an hour.
I thought it was 40 minutes because I was like there for
It
ages.
could have been. I don't know. I didn't time it. But
Because we had 40 minutes to wait for to go on to another ride.
yeah, like
But
I said, it could
so
have
you
been half an hour
queued
or
up
more.
for that.
I
But
didn't
Timmy
time
didn't
it
go
or
on that
anything.
one.
But it was like the ride was over so quick, and you've just waited so long.
And all we got is bite
And
marks.
look at the queue for the not Thor. What was it? Is it Cobra their version?
Yeah. 4 Cobras their
the queue
version,
at
the
one
Dizzy
point
Disc.
was an hour and a half for a
Yeah.
little disc that just goes up and down and spins in a circle.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And yeah, so and some point you can't even book it for the next one.
Yeah, you can't use
Yeah. It's-
your queue access.
Yeah, sometimes you have to
Because
wait
it's so
20
busy.
minutes or 40 minutes. It was a bit. It only depends if it was on the big ride, it would be 40 minutes. If it was on a smaller ride, that was only half an hour
Didn't
wait.
get to do
It would be 20 minutes.
he ripped the log flumes. They were pretty much full
Yeah.
all day.
Vlog rooms were full. Didn't do that. We did the horror house. It
We
was
got
on the
lucky
right on
because
that.
we went in the normal queue as we first went in, didn't we?
Yeah, we went no, but it wasn't even a 2-minute wait. It was like we went in, and it was some people went on a car, and then we went on the next one, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that was okay.
That was when we were still trying to figure out the
But
queue.
the kids got so distressed. It was ridiculous. How long, you know?
From 1 o'clock, Debbie had said, I just want to go home.
Yeah, she just and she was freaking out on the queues. She was just going nuts, biting us. You know, just how she is, isn't she?
Yeah.
But what else did we go? You went on. We were lucky on the
ship was
beginning.
okay. We did the ship 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Twice we were able to use the pass, and then one time we did queue for like 20-25 minutes or something.
Yeah. But with the passes, we only used that because there was no other ride that we could use it for.
Yeah.
As the queues were just too big.
And they're all locked.
All broken and locked, yeah.
Either the ride was broken or the queue was too big.
Yeah.
The problem is they've let in too many people, and then they had at one point there was 4 or 5 broken rides at the same time. So obviously everybody now in those queues, like what, say 200 people in each queue, they all go onto the other rides.
Yeah.
And it's like
The spinning
What are we
roller
supposed to
coaster.
do?
What was that? The spinning roller
A
coaster.
Dragon Quest or something,
Yeah.
is it?
We were about to book with it, wasn't it? And then it was filled. We couldn't book it.
Well, we watched it going around with people on it who have early access from the hotel when we were in the queue.
Yeah,
And Debbie was like, oh, can we go on that one?
yeah. But then it
And
broke on.
that was a 9:45. And by the time we got into the park, it had broken down.
It was like it had like 2 or 3 rides and then broke down. Had 2 or 3
Yeah.
rides and then broke down. Had a
Yeah.
couple of rides. That was like that all day.
It must have been more than 2 or 3 because
Yeah.
the queue was 2 hours long.
Yeah, it was 2 hours, but it was
because it kept
constantly.
breaking down, the queue was never going down.
Yeah,
I don't know if people were leaving the queue or staying in their position.
it was always a minimum an hour and 15 minutes minimum.
Yeah. But it was so long the last time it reopened, we couldn't even get
Book it,
into
yeah.
process.
So we were about to book it, but we were on the ostrich thing instead, didn't we?
Yeah, because
And
that
then,
is being fixed and turned back on. And then we looked at the other one and it had broken out again, hadn't it?
Yeah. Then we
In 2
passed
miles,
asleep,
at
lover.
junction 3, take the A322 exit to Bracknell, Lightwater.
It was like it rated 1. I mean, Oakwood is rated like the worst theme park, right?
but
No,
it's-
Oakwood, right? It is not the worst because you go there. We didn't even use a sable access pass, literally. But we used it once
or
on one
twice.
ride, once or twice on a no, one ticket I used it on. I had at the end I had just one thing on it. Because we just queued up for everything because this is no queues. You could go on as many rides as it was.
It was dead there. It's a shame
On the
because
ship, you could have gone 10 times in a row without even getting off.
the park itself is great.
Yeah.
It looks good. You can see they've done a lot of work with
Megaphobia.
No, I mean Chessington.
Oh yeah. The Jumanji bit looks amazing, but it's only 3 rides. That's a
Yeah.
bit disappointing. But because it's new, it's not
Everybody
so
was in
bad.
the
Yeah.
area.
It needed to be at least 2 more rides for it to be like a
How
section.
they work that the queuing system for that monkey ride. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, the Jumanji roller
Why
coaster.
can't it work the same as every other ride?
If it's Mayhem or something like that. Yeah, I know.
Angel Mayhem is it?
We can't even have no need. No, I
In
don't
half a
even know if
mile,
anyone.
at
I don't
junction
want to
3,
ride.
take
Yeah,
the
it's not.
A322
Yeah.
Well, look
exit
at
to
1:30 or
Bracknell,
something, and if they
Lightwater.
release a time, you've got to be on there waiting for it, refreshing constantly.
Yeah.
And by the time you've done that, somebody else has already taken the spots. So they had no chance of getting on the big ride there.
Exit at
But
junction
the
3.
croc drop was okay.
We were lucky when we went in first. We were first ones in the theme park, weren't we? We were lucky. It was a 5-minute wait. You went in you went in
In
the
a quarter of
normal
a
queue.
mile, at the roundabout,
And then
Yeah.
take the third
You
exit
just
onto
went in there,
A322.
and when you were queuing up to go on the next one, it was 45 minutes within like 1 minute. It was
Yeah.
like
They
ridiculous.
announced over the tannoy, if you've just joined in the queue for the croc drop, from the back it's now a
My eyes
45-minute
are-
wait.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
And that ride was okay.
Yeah.
And then, like the scenery and everything they've done is good, and all the different sections are good. It's just they let too many people in.
Yeah. Way too many.
Way too
people.
many people in. Even if they only had half of the amount of people,
It would have been too
it
much.
would still be too many.
And I thought Peppa Pig Land was packed.
Yeah.
But we managed, like you managed on a roller coaster 3 times in a row, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like 15-minute wait each time.
The problem with Portrait Park is the Peppa Pig part is ran out.
Yeah,
because
ran out,
It's full
yeah.
of young kids with families,
30
which is
minutes
understandable.
to an hour wait all the time, yeah.
But
But the other part
Exit
was a
the
bit.
roundabout onto
the other part
A322.
was okay. The queues for like Edge and the flight to the
Continue on
terrace or
A322 for
whatever it was
1.5
called was
miles.
busy.
Yeah, but some of the rides we didn't even use the access pass. We just went in the normal queues a lot
Most
of the
of the
time.
rides we were doing that
Yeah, most we were going in normal queues because it wasn't.
because it wasn't that busy on the
Yeah.
rides that we wanted to go on.
But it was that after like this food, like when we had to queue up in the sable access park bit, I just wanted to go home. It was ridiculous. Since
Yeah.
then, you know, from the beginning of the day, it opened at 10, didn't it? And by 11, it was like, oh my god.
Started letting us in just before 10 to 10.
But we showed up an hour early, didn't we? So we were lucky when the first couple
Yeah.
rides we went on. So we went on the Croc one, and then we went on the
Temple Blaster. Again, the Temple Blaster was a great little ride.
yeah.
The kids enjoyed it, shooting the targets and looking at all the scenery moving in.
Yeah, it was great.
It was good for like families, There's not massive thrill-seeking rides there.
But I didn't get there was no 1 to 8-year-olds rides. It was all over the place. Like they had Jumanji World, but they didn't have another section for little kids.
Yeah, like CBB
Like-
Lands or Thomas Land
Or Peppa Pig World,
Yeah,
they didn't have that section. They had a Jumanji section, but all those rides would be for 8+. You could be under 8 going on them, but a lot of under 8 would be too scared to go on them. Because I didn't want to go on the magic
Yeah.
carpet one.
But like I said earlier, it's like the rides that they were sectioned with their scenery.
Yeah.
So there was maybe 1 or 2 bigger family rides, and then a baby ride, and then to get to the next smaller toddler baby ride, you've got to go to the next section.
Yeah.
Which I guess is fine if
yeah.
they want to set it out that way.
But it was a
it's just a bit
nightmare.
I don't know.
They
just
need
like-
another
In a
little
quarter of a
section
mile,
for
keep left to
CBC
continue
land,
towards A322.
for
if they
smaller
want to
kids.
continue letting that amount of people in, they
Yeah.
need to
At least 2 more sections with at least 6
have
or
a lot
7
more
rides on each one.
at least
Yeah.
another 10 rides.
Yeah.
But guaranteed, they open 10 new rides there, they let 1,000 more people in.
Yeah.
Keep left.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I'd probably rate that the worst theme park I've been to this year.
Not the worst theme park, the worst experience we've had at
Yeah.
the theme park.
I've been to this year.
Yeah.
The worst theme park I've been to this year. We've been to Thomas
Continue on
Land
A322
twice, but 2
for
days
3
in a
miles.
row each time. Drayton Manor. We had a lovely time each time.
And when we were there, Loki broke down.
Yeah.
And they, the first day we were there, the Winston trucks or cars wasn't working.
Yeah.
But there's enough other stuff to keep you moving and keep the queues going down.
Yeah. And then we went to Drayton Manor. No, what's the Oaken Towers?
Park.
Oaken Towers. That was a really good experience. We
Old
didn't-
Towers was fine.
A lot of
But-
walking.
But you've got to remember at the same time we didn't do all the big coasters.
Yeah, we didn't do the big coasters.
But Alton Towers is busy.
Yeah.
It's just wasn't as busy as it was when the first time we went there.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, Oakwood was dead when we went there.
And if you want to, if we wanted to not use the QX thing, we could pay £10 to go on per ride, just to skip the queue and go each ride.
Yeah.
£10, but that would be £40 per 4 of us to go on one ride. 40 quid.
Yeah, potentially.
If you wanted to do the roller coaster, 40 quid. But it was still a queue for that as well.
Yeah.
A 20-minute wait for that.
Yeah.
It was,
But you could buy the gold ticket for
yeah, you might as well do that instead.
the fast queue.
But it's still a big
Or you
wait
could
in the
pay
fast queue.
per person for the ride.
How
Just a
big
scam.
in the fast queue? You went in the wrong queue and it was the fast queue, yeah?
Yeah.
And you waited there for how long?
And we were in the queue for 35 minutes. We got to the front and they were like, "Oh, you need queue assist." And I was like, I thought it was the same thing. And they were like, "Oh no, you've got to go all the way around the back for that."
And then queue
they
again.
kicked us out the queue to go and join the other queue after waiting 35 minutes.
Yeah. And that was ridiculous. And that's in the fast track queue. So
Like,
35
surely-
minutes paying to go in the fast track queue, or wait 2 hours if you haven't got the fast track.
The lady did explain this because the disabled access have the seats towards the back of the roller coaster.
Yeah.
But surely she could have just walked us through and said these need to go in the back if that's the case.
Yeah.
It's not. And we weren't the only people that did it. There was multiple people in the same queue with queue assist
Did the
that
same
all
thing.
waited just as long as us and all were turned around.
But I didn't get how they got them to wait that long. It's ridiculous. And it's like, it's not fair waiting 2 hours to go on a ride.
Yeah.
No way.
And then I have to wait 40 minutes to book the next one.
Well, the one ride was 3 hours at one point. Remember? It was 3 hours, one ride. It was a twirly-whirly one, wasn't it? Or was it the vampire one? It was. I saw on the thing it was
vampire
3.
one was busy all day.
Yeah.
But when we looked last, it was 2 hours, and you couldn't even join the queue. And that the Dragon's Quest or whatever it was called was like 2 hours, and you could even join the queue as well as we were leaving.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was just a nightmare. A nightmare.
But unless you know it's going to be quiet, I would never ever go there.
Yeah, and yeah, if it's not going to be quiet, don't really go there. Go in at non-peak times, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we don't even know how busy that is then.
In a quarter of a mile, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Bagshot Road, A322.
They had loads of food places there, but all big queues. They had toilets there, but always a big
At one
queue.
point, there was like a 10-15 minute queue just to use a toilet.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was queues halfway across the courtyard for donuts. I don't know. I just don't know what they expect.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
As soon as they've got your money and into the park, it's like they just don't give a shit.
And then they want you to pay £10 per ride if you don't want to queue.
Yeah.
But
they
when
just
you
want
queue, you're
more
paying
money off you.
20-30 minutes for a queue. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it was like they shouldn't let people,
Exit
pay
the
that
roundabout onto
much.
Bagshot Road.
How much is it per
Continue
ticket?
for half a
We
mile.
paid 70 quid for these two, didn't we?
For two kids, 70 quid for 2 kids. So that's like quite a lot for 2 people.
And then you
4
think,
people is double.
You think how bad it is for people paying full price, and then they've got to stand in a queue
In a quarter
for like
of a
2
mile,
hours.
at Horse and Groom Roundabout,
to go on
take
one
the second
ride.
exit onto Downshire
What about
Way,
the people who booked the same day? It's
A322.
56 quid if you book the same day. 50, 60 quid,
Yeah,
isn't
if
it?
you just turn up, it's ridiculous prices.
Yeah. So yeah, I am really tired now. I don't know about you.